56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get it all.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Third and long for Bridgewater. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 39. Check.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
56. 11. 56. Oh, you got to go.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
And this is Cook with a grab. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That's the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You. Hey, South.
To throw again, Ryan. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He finds Latavius Murray. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, Haywood. 56. I got you, son. I got you, son. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check. 51, stop. You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver, complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Going right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing, and that's caught inside the 35. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Check. Tighten up.
On first down, it's Murray, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Single. 87's mark. Don't worry about that.
Bridgewater. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's the way. Whip.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Murray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Go hit the flag. Mike, 45. They can't hang with us. Slam. Check 45 to Mike. Check 47.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah. 15 on it. Let's go, defense. It's our time. Go.
Under 10. 10. Bang, 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 bang.
The first carry from that Days, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shift. Watch the shift.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Set, hut. Henry. Mike, 45.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
To throw is Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Bridgewater on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Murray. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
So that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch the safety creep.
This is Murray. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Bridgewater now. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's coming, he's coming.
They go with Murray again.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Check hot route. Hot.
A run, it's Murray, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
Rebound, 132 fighter.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. On first down, Henry. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Down, ready, back 25.
It's just me.
51. Hey, box truck.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check four. Switch.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Days. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On the carry, it's Days. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run with Murray. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. And I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
A big loss there on the pass completion. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Kill. Check. Slip. Hey, exit. Go.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Fresno. Hey, wait. Smooth. 56, Mike, 56. I'm not ready.
51.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hatchet. Hatchet. Check, check.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So this one